Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
Ready, go 80, go 80.
Hey, keep it up.
Hey, check.
Check 25, check 25. Check. Fresno.
A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And Falcons fans everywhere excited that Devontae Freeman is back on the field wearing number 24 in the red and black. Remember, he went down in week 2 in 2018 with an injury and didn't return. They're hoping to see the form that led him to 1,000-yard seasons in 2015 and 2016.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Complete to Jones. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Benardrick McKinney gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20.
Go.
To throw is Ryan. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Blue draw Corker.
That's what I do.
51. Bravo.
41 to Mike. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You gonna get this. You're all mine. Quick dance.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. He'll return it from the 6. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Check, watch 54, watch 54.
From the gun, here's Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. An incomplete, an excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
I got you. Alert! Check 6 guys. 45.
Throwing again is Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Fresh off the pick 6, it's Watson. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 56 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Flushed out right. Completes it to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike. 58. Spoon.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
Set the tone, defense.
51, Sam!
Now it's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And an alley to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. 51, down. Protein spill. 25 tonight.
Now Ryan on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Ryan. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Carter. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10.
This is it! 19! It's been a long day for you. Switch, Ryan, let's go!
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
15 yards on the play, 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Watson. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, they're scared. Go! 36.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2.
41's the mic. 41's the mic.
Hey, Echo.
Here I go.
Now Ryan. Now he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
I feel like we're going to see more and more of this continue to flow into the NFL game, and that is the quarterback run game. Not successful here going for 2, but it's not something that people shy away from totally anymore either.
In particular, do you think more so around the goal line?
I think so. Anytime it's short yardage, anytime you can go ahead and keep the ball in the hands of the quarterback who's athletic, you go ahead and do that rather than risk a handoff or a pitch.
They just couldn't get it done there, though. 2-point try fails. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Down, he's coming.
22, Jet, Bama. Set 22, Jet, Bama.
On first and 10, Watson. He's going to look deep, end zone for Hopkins. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is down to 4. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And an early advantage in that one for the Giants. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
First and 10.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a second and 4 coming up.
Don't say nothing.
From just shy of midfield. Watson being chased out left. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But it's going to be second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
He's brought down by Deion Jones. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Hey, set. You ain't team. You gonna get this, boys? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Steps away to his left. He can run for... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
You set. Hey, team.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right, tight on the right. 4 down.
24. Now, let's go.
Let him know. Off. Double up.
Turn him up.
On first down, Watson. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
45. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And he finds Seferian-Jenkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end...
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson with touchdown number 15 of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check, 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 check. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. You gotta go.
They go play action with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 81 yards, and the Falcons have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On first down, it's Watson. He completes this into the hands of Miller. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller. And that takes us from second to third down. The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's going to look deep in zone for Hopkins. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On second down now, it's Miller. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The roughing the kicker called on fourth down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Miller. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Tried to go draw play out of the gun down here.
Yeah, they tried to spread things out, didn't they? They wanted to move people away from the center of the field, away from the line of scrimmage near the ball, so that the runner could find some space. Unsuccessfully, though.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And this one is right down Broadway. No one attempted or made more field goals in Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Julio Jones once again the intended target. And it's 3rd down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Go! Get it! Back 25! 55! Hey, watch your leg! Let him go!
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. This is caught inside the 15. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And now look at this. Big game, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, and then he turned into a run. Took the contact and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself, right?
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Whitney merciless, able to record his 5th sack of the season. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack coming from Adrian Claiborne off the edge.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Hey, 24.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson, he's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Deshaun Watson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. After the run, Watson going to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still on attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And Freeman lost the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Go, go, go.
They'll run it again with Miller. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
First down marker at the 31. It's third down. Out of the gun, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, it's Miller. And able to work his way down to the 16. That second down run a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Watson. He's got Fuller. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Jones has it. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And the Falcon 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Oh, here we go. Hit a roll. Rest. Safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Check.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Falcons grab it. Look at the big man rumble. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now it's Miller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4 You've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
What we got? What we got? What we got? He's crashing. He's checking crash.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Flush to his right. He may try, and it's a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Texans push further out in front. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just 1 fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Check 3, check 3. Hey, 59. Line up.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 29.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Begin.
Now Watson operating from the gun. That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
About Now set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
Space.
Now Ryan on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Tighten up. Check 52.
They're going on fourth down. It's Ryan. Looking in zone for Jones. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for two. Ryan will throw again. Forced out to his left. And they're going to get the two-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Hey, 59!
3rd and long, it's Watson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
It's a gain of 29.
Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop, 8 for 10 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And it's a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. The 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Texans 53.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Johnson was the intended receiver. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
I'm going to run you over. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Motion. Alert, alert.
And the blitz does come. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. And in this situation with the lead, 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
It's a party now. Watch
They go back to the ground now with Miller. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
You're set. 19. 54. That's the pass.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession. And get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Ready. 25. 21.
Ryan to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
And the Falcons first down.
Ready, blue 80. Black 25. And what's the block? 39. Let's go.
Here's Ryan. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. This is caught, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 27 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the fly the field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My journey cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry cold is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Hit first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah,
Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money, we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over, he in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know what it was, it ain't them. Put both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me that's a faucet. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no bombing. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Like that. Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day.
They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now.
Coach, some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
What? 190. 51. It's our time. It's our time.
On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. That good for 22 and a first down.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They go play action now. Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Rolling to his right. That's caught by Penny. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
53, Mike.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Now the ball comes loose, and the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. In on the stop, Bradley McDougal. 2nd and 5 now. Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 5.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here goes high. Right to the high. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
On first down, Keenum. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
X3. 2-8-3. Chop. Hatchet. Hey, 52. They're hot. We're good. Hold the look. 22.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Keenum. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Shotgun snap for Keenum.
Let's get off the field.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Throwing again is Keenum. Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They begin the drive with Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Williams able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school. I'm done.
On play action, it's Keenum. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Kareem Martin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Hey, that's all day, baby. Your shot. Hey, take your shot, back to huddle. Shot,
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
That's 52. Take 2. Right there in the middle, 55. He can't hang.
From the gun, here's Keenum. Caught by Allen. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. To throw is Keenum. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Keenum. Oh, Keenum has it knocked away. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That ball complete to Isabella. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the draw. Here's Johnson. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up. 3, come on. Buzz. Be ready.
On 2nd and 11 now. Keenum. This one caught by Isabella. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Watch the ship. 53.
Out of the gun, Keenum. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of 1st downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Get the ball.
Keenum to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards on the 1st down. Keeper it at 2nd and 1.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Wilson. It's complete to Lockett. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes our score 17-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
you
down.
Don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did.
Uh-huh.
But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Come on.
Keenum now to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And avoids the contact by sliding. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Keenum, and down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Kareem Martin able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long. It's Keenum. And that is incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, we usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He may try and run for Wilson. Hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Keenum. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 9, Keenum, and this one complete to Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards there and a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, it's Keenum. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. A beautiful fake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2.
Now they'll run it again with Penny, and he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Penny, a first down carry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. On second down, here's Penny. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
I'll go special. I'll go special. Good left, good left. Too little,
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters.
And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Throwing is Keenum. This one caught by Ridley. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Keenum able to find Isabella. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st down, Keenum.
Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Keenum. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jadeveon Clowney has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Roger. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Keenum. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now it's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. 17
yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Keenan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Brad McDougald. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That's a touchdown right there.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Airing it out, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working from the gun, Keenum. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen. That'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Keenum to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll come out in the pistol. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Wilson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And the ball is knocked out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Keenum. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, Keenum. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
52. Take 2.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Patrick Owasor coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack on first down, Keenum, screenplay, Johnson. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. A shotgun snap for Keenum. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour. And something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch 'cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating 'cause I on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, watch out, I never switch, I never switch.
listen, I was legit. Ever since I blew, they all on my. Hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long that I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick, then hit with the. Back then, used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Grip.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
What? Check 45 the mark. Here we go.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. 23. Yards on the tuck and run.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is...
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score. A 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
We got this. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. Gets it off to Freeman. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now it's Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
It's caught. Jones. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
Looking in zone for Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Here's Carson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Allen Bailey in on the stop. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Caught. It's Wilson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. After 7-0 on EA Sports. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Past the 20. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Escaping the pressure right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
He's going to let it go again, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. To throw is Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready. Mike 5-4. 3 buzz. Shoot.
On 1st down, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 74 yards as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. We've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone.
It's caught inside the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Luke Wilson, 68 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Ryan on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Now Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. Room here to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
First down, Seattle.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Now Wilson. This complete to Lockett. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson flush to his right. And finding the tight end Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 3rd down, Wilson. This is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Wilson on the keeper, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The open man is Smith. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Falcons. Ito Smith, 65 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get us.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. David Moore, 62 yards as they have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
25! You remember me? You remember me? Check! Let him go!
On 3rd down, Ryan. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Number 1. Space, 54, Mike. Check, watch 54. Watch. Hey, 59, ready.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Small. No. Watch twist. Watch the eye.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talked about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. Well, Charles, switching gears on a bit of a sad note. On Tuesday, October 22nd, Willie Brown passed away. Willie Brown, 16 seasons in the NFL. First 4 for the Broncos, and then the final 12 as an Oakland Raider.
And just think about his career. Hall of Fame 1984, 9-time Pro Bowler, 5-time All-Pro. And let's face it, the lasting image we'll have of him as a player, that interception for Ann Tarkenton in the Super Bowl. The old man, Willie Brown, taking it all the way back, 75 yards against the Vikings for a touchdown. The Raiders won Super Bowl 11. I had the pleasure of getting to know Willie Brown over the years. And when I tried out for the Dallas Cowboys, we scrimmaged the Raiders at one point. And Willie Brown came over to me and had some nice things to say to me, which was really pretty cool coming from a man of his stature and a man of his ability. And I'll treasure those nice words forever.
A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Ready, like 25. You ain't got nothing.
To throw on 3rd down, Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
57. Mike, 57.
Throwing again. Ryan. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Bryant's extra point up and good. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And we are all tied at 28. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go, D. Shift.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Atlanta. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. And that particular play just came from the outside.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24-yard line.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. Looking. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Takk McKinley made his way into the backfield. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
Ready, blue lady. Check. Watch 54. All right, T, let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he'll be brought down right on the 50, a gain of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. Wilson to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him out to the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They run for it with Carson. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Carson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And they get the timeout called here. It comes with 1 second remaining on the clock. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. The clock showing just 1 tick. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.